Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today's video is going to be a budget with me for the paycheck that I will be receiving on October 9th, 2025 using the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. As I said in my introduction, we are budgeting for the paycheck I'm receiving on October 9th, 2025. That paycheck is going to be covering all of the bills that are in orange. So the majority of what we have left for the month of October. I'm going to be bopping on over to my paycheck budget tracker and zooming in so that we can take a look at everything. We're starting in my inflow section. This is where I budget my income for my full-time job, and I've been budgeting it at $3,200 for this year. We also have my fixed expenses or bills listed here. We have my Kindle Unlimited, which I'm budgeting at $20. Optimum, I'm budgeting at $200. Netflix, I'm budgeting at $20, and then Verizon, I'm budgeting at $170. All of those bills added together do equal $410. And if I subtract that from the $3,200 that I budgeted my income to be, we're left with $2,790 to bring down to my variable expense section. Now, this section is going to look different for every individual person and what their requirements or needs are for their budget. I always have the same categories listed here as well as the same amounts, though I'm definitely toying with the idea of switching things up here for 2026. I'm budgeting groceries at $250, eating out at $75, gas at $75, and then miscellaneous at $150. All of that added together does equal $550, and if I subtract that from the $27.90 we were left with after bills, I have $22.40, which is what we're going to bring over to the sinking fund section. This section is always my favorite. It's always the most fun, and it's definitely very fun right now because I'm currently budgeting for my 2026 sinking funds. I'm going to be budgeting RN and APRN licenses at 30, gifts at 45, birthdays at 25, car insurance and taxes at 190, medical at 40, subscriptions at 20, Christmas at 30, Black Friday at 25, and then we're going into my rolling sinking funds. The rest of these sinking funds, they don't have a monetary goal, so I'll be saving towards these with these amounts every single paycheck no matter what. And that's household at 20, home maintenance at 100, baby at 30, travel at 100, personal at 30, and then car maintenance at 65. For all of this adds up to $800, and if I subtract that from the $2,240 we were left with after bills and variable expenses, we have $1,440 that we're bringing down to my debt section, which I actually break up into my debt section and then my savings section or additional savings. I'm going to be putting $440 towards my Nelnet student loan, and then the rest, which is $1,000, is going to go towards my house savings. If we flip the page on over, we are going to take a quick look at my cash envelope breakdown. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit here. This page, it's pretty basic. It looks very similar every single pay period. I list out my 3 variable expenses that I take out in cash. Groceries is not listed here because I usually order groceries online. I pay for them online, and so I just take my grocery money and put it into a separate checking account. Eating out is getting 75, gas is getting 75. They're getting both of those in a 50, 20, and a $5 bill. And then miscellaneous with 150 is getting that in 250s, 220s, and a 10. And I'm using these denominations because I'm going to be pulling from this envelope for my 2025 savings challenge. The rest of what's listed here are my sinking funds, and it's always largest denominations possible for that. And if we add all of this up, it does equal $1,100, which is what you're going to see me stuffing into my envelopes on Saturday or Sunday when my cash envelope stuffing posts for this paycheck. The reason why I said Saturday or Sunday is because I am picking up a little bit of overtime on Friday, and so I'm not quite sure that I'll have time to get to the bank, film, edit, and upload for Saturday. I might need to do the majority of that on Saturday for a Sunday release. But that is going to be it for the paycheck that I'm receiving on October 9th, 2025. If you have any questions or comments about the way that I budget, how I use the Budget by Paycheck workbook, any other things that I use for my budgeting, please do not hesitate to put a comment down below. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye bye.